It's got to be tough being a MAGA these days, trying to defend Donald Trump's week of ineptitude, bumbling through his first week on the job in crisis mode. Sad news with the tragic death of 67 people in that crash, as we're now investigating and trying to discover what among the many factors, including staffing shortages. Donald Trump just issued orders to cut staff and ask federal workers to leave their jobs. And Donald Trump decided this is going to be a great opportunity for me to attack DI and disable people in the FAA. Never mind the fact that Donald Trump's administration is the one who put in the DI efforts for disabilities in the first place. And then speaking of DI, if you believe that's unqualified, he just ran through P. Hegseth, won by one vote, the least margin vote victory confirmation than any other previous defense secretary. And they were perjuring themselves left and right. Pam Bondi and Kash Patel were like, refused to say that Donald Trump lost the 2020 elections. That's disqualifying. The fact-finding organization, the Federal Bureau of Investigations, or the Department of Justice, the leaders should be able to say facts, and they can't. And they perjured themselves. Pam Bondi was like, I didn't know Kash Patel had a hit list. Kash Patel was like, the January 6th choirs, those people from January 6th. RFK Jr. was like, no, I think vaccines are okay, perfectly fine. Tulsi Gabbard was like, did I say Ed Snowden was brave? I'm not quite sure if I'm even ready to say that he's not brave. National Defense Intelligence Director, lady, please, come on now. Then you have his press secretary who incapable of knowing whether or not Medicaid was get cut. And then she tweets out something that causes a judge to actually reverse an order and issue an injunction because of her tweet. Like, you want to attack diversity, equity, inclusion, call it unqualified people, while you have a bumbling staff of people who are not qualified for the job. Sean Duffy said this thing about the crash. Crashes don't happen often. Of course not. And for blaming diversity and equity, since 2009, we've had diversity and equity people, and there was no crashes. So how all of a sudden there's a crash is because of diversity? So when there was no crashes, that had nothing to do with diversity? You guys realize how contradictory and stupid y'all sound, making that argument with a straight face? And then finally, you have these egg prices. This is the price of organic cage-free eggs for with 2 dozen in my town, $20. That's $1 an egg. And I know it's because of avian flu, but the point is that when you guys are blaming Joe Biden for the high food prices, and we said, no, it's a global inflation, he's bringing it down. It's really hard for presidents to control the price of foods. Y'all would say, no, Trump can do it. And you put Trump in power. Trump said, I'm going to bring down prices quickly. December, when he was interviewed after the Time thing, he said, I'm not quite sure if I know how to bring down the prices quickly, actually. And then, so you guys are just admitting what we told you, that all of a sudden presidents can't necessarily control food prices, but now you get it, huh? So again, it's got to be tough defending MAGA. All of those Republicans who are defending his freeze, only to have to say, never mind when he reversed it. But I'm sure y'all going to be on here saying, I don't care. That's okay. You're simping and you look silly, but keep it up. Keep it up. We're going to be laughing at y'all. Oh, y'all won, huh? You won the Laughing Stock Award. That's what you won, because you're inept and you're bumbling fool doesn't know what he's doing.